Prior to the start of Monday evening's council meeting, Councillor Luc Dufour inquired about the city's stance on the recent news of Agero closing, laying off 300 local employees whose jobs are being moved to Tennessee and Arizona. City CAO for Community Development and Enterprise Services, Tom Vare, said that both the city and the Economic Development Corporation are on board with helping these people out. Vare said that the call center has agreed to give the city a list of the skill sets of its Sioux workers, helping transition them into other job roles in the community. Vare added that transition programs and possible retraining programs will be considered as well. City Council voted unanimously to write a bylaw requiring all retailers in the city that offer shopping carts to implement a cart management system or face penalties for not doing so. The resolution was brought forward by Councillor Matthew Shoemaker, who made it clear he was talking about Walmart, who, instead of making an effort to collect carts scattered throughout the city themselves, leaves the job to city workers. Councillor Lisa Vezo-Allen pointed out that people with disabilities or economic disadvantages use shopping carts to carry food home, urging Council to dig into the larger issues behind this crisis and help people obtain food in a safer manner. Also, City Council unanimously passed a bylaw allowing veterans with a Poppy license plate free all-day parking in all municipal lots and on-street parking spaces on Remembrance Day. Right now, veterans are allowed 2 hours of free parking throughout the year. Ontario is releasing its fall economic statement this afternoon amid concerns of potential cuts. Premier Doug Ford's Progressive Conservatives have said the key fiscal update will detail their efforts to balance the books. Finance Minister Rod Phillips has said the statement will show the province will beat its own $10.3 billion deficit projection. The government has also said the mini-budget will include measures aimed at bolstering job growth and strengthening the economy. Last month, Phillips tried to ease concerns the statement would include cuts similar to those in the government's fall update last year. That document included the elimination of several independent watchdogs and pulled support for a French language university. The province has subsequently reached an agreement with the federal government to fund the post-secondary school. The Supreme Court of Canada is set to start to hear a case today brought by Uber with potentially significant implications for the gig economy. The company has challenged an Ontario Court of Appeal decision that found the company's contract clause that requires arbitration rather than allowing class action lawsuits was invalid and unconscionable. The lower court ruling came about after David Heller, a driver for Uber Eats, tried to launch a class action lawsuit to force the company to recognize drivers as employees and provide them a minimum wage, vacation pay, and other protections in the Employment Standards Act. Uber successfully had the proposed class action stayed because of a clause in the contract that requires all disputes go through mediation in the Netherlands. Ontario's highest court ruled in November last year that the clause amounts to illegally outsourcing an employment standard. The case comes amid wider scrutiny about what obligations technology firms have to the people who find work through their platforms and whether they are employees. Uber, in its appeal to the Supreme Court, claims that the agreements entered into with drivers are licensing agreements, not employment agreements, and that the company had to establish a uniform global dispute resolution system because of the enormous number of drivers on the platform.